Vegeta, what does the scouter say about Akasha's cringe levels? It's over 9,000, man! What the fuck? Yo, what up, ladies and gentlemen? Yo, everybody. Yo, Hassan, I heard Hassan's quitting. I'm gonna make a follow-up video about his bullshittery and whatever, and how more Pegasus basically slew the fucking Smaug, the fucking Twitch dragon. But I gotta talk about this other news. This is Rakash and Jazz make an appearance on the Flagrant podcast. I'm watching it right now, and then I stopped at the precisely the 9:25 second mark because the cringe levels were over 9,000. Like, okay, so a bit of like history to like catch you up, the gist of it. She said a bunch of inappropriate things. Like, I think it's like pretty indefensible when you say things like that. But now that she's trying to like walk it back, and like everybody's calling her on her bullshit because she said like a lot more things, and then like her conduct, and like her willingness to spend money, and like how she's like openly talking about you know spending his money, emasculating him on like a near regular basis. It's just way too many holes in the story. It's obviously a photo op, just trying to like tug at your heartstrings, everybody. Like much like Akash, they had the recording of him on the comedy special addressing the controversy. Like much like he's just trying to work the crowd to like manipulate them and like get them to think that like this is like a misunderstanding basically, and then like she's just young, or she didn't know what she was saying or the extent of the harm or whatever. And she's like, yeah, I'm some kind of sheltered, kid, and this and that. I'm like, yeah, shut the fuck up, dog. I know how you see girls get down like you fucking host for show, man. You ain't sheltered for shit. Your dad's drunk, probably fucking had a pass at you too. Some whole ass shit, man. Yeah, I'm going there. Some gutter ass shit. Yo, welcome to As Your with a heavy dose of bias, commercial free bias. Oh, by the way, I hear like the corporations are going in. They're going in hard on us, like independent YouTubers, news reporters, whatever. Like, went after Aspen Gold. They're not paying him. They're taking his like streams and then like running ads and not giving him any money. Yeah, man. They see that's one way how they want to silence you. First, they try to discredit your like lifestyle choices, appearance, and then like your opinions, and then finally they just try to demonetize you or just try to like label you as like problematic. And it's like once all that doesn't work, it's just they gotta like fucking bite their lips and accept it. They bite their lip, biting their lip. Kosh is biting his lip. Like, oh, I'm watching this shit right now. Okay, so this is why I had to stop it, right? Specifically this mark, right? So they're talking about the hypothetical orgy, right? Yeah, this is some wholesome ass fucking thing to be like talking about like December 3rd, 3rd of December. I swear for everybody else, it's gonna be like a fucking baller ass Christmas. But for them brown folk, man, I told you, you gotta jump ship. I like first of all, I did not know like how bad that brown man stock would crash, right? Apparently in Canada they're getting deported like fucking crazy. Sorry, not America, Canada. I think America too, but like in Canada, they're walking back all those international students and like temporary visas and all that shit. They have like 35,000 of these guys on the run. So it's just like yeah, they're pulling out Trump and canceling these immigrants from dropping in Pakistan, Punjab, all these guys sorry, we gotta work this shit out first. So as he's describing this hypothetical orgy, right? Or she, I don't know, right? They're talking about like who gets who and what, right? And then they're like, joking about how Akash is just like, you want Nav, right? And it's like 10-inch dick because they're like talking about like, how she commented on his dick being 10 inches. What? Okay, like you, whatever, right? Like But besides the point, like, um, the funniest aspect about that is like the snapback from Akash, and he gets so defensive. And I'm looking at it right now. I had to pause it. I got the pause screen. He's like, "Yo, man, you think you can handle like Andrew's going in on him, right? You think you can handle?" And now it's 10 incher. I'm just like, this fucking conversation is the exact opposite of what I wanted to happen. I wanted to just talk about something else, maybe with Joe Rogan and something like you know what I mean, and just chill, like just blaze, drink, shoot the shit, like and not talk. Like if you have to address it and be like, you know what I mean. It's just like a mistake, you know. Be more dismissive about it and talk about other shit because it's like, yo, it already happened. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what are you gonna do about it at this point? Like, you could tell her like stop talking to him like that, but she should know, right? And if she doesn't want to, that's up to her, you know. So like, the best thing you could have done is, talk about yourself. But no, you gotta talk about it and you gotta like make yourself. This is a humiliating ritual. I swear, dog. This is a humiliating ritual. I think that they want him to go through as some sort of like way of making him one of those like like Jim Carrey like like you know what I mean, method style comedian type caliber actors or whatever. Like some next Hollywood like psychotic ass man who's just like he's totally detached but he can like do any role. He can do like serial killers, he can be like a fucking bus driver or some shit like that. He's just like perfect for like every fucking role. He's like winning Grammys like crazy. He goes home, he has like a fucking mountain of cocaine, and he's just like ah. Hollywood is calling. But nah, this is the exact opposite of what you know what I mean? Just dragging. Like I honestly wouldn't want to be friends with people like this at this point, you know what I mean? Like this was a completely bad idea and I think like at least one or two of these people I'm watching on this panel, there's like four guys. So it's Andrew and these other two guys. I think they've been on the show before. Just talk him out of it. It's like, no, man, you don't need to make a fucking dumbass of yourself, man. Just like fucking do some other shit. You got more comedy specials coming up, like talk about like where you going, like how like the crowd's receptions to you and all that shit. This is like the crux of the problem, man. And that's why I said like, brown mans need to like, watch the fucking six, man, because this kind of shit is gonna be normalized. I kid you not. Like the way the internet works and the way people's brains work is like obviously we can say right now that this kind of behavior is unjustifiable and unnecessary. Like regardless of like whether you want to like sneak this like how Akash is like kind of being like you know what I mean, like ironically misogynistic, but like he's still fitting that fucking big enough so like you can shut up when I tell you to type shit, right? And like yeah, that's playing into the whole I'm a comedian and this is my life type shit, but like whatever, right? You don't turn around and say, oh, I had a roster of guys, right? And like I love the idea how Jazz Lead is trying to like put fire like water on the fire, but it's more like gasoline by saying like I just made out, right? And then there's like a clip of her talking about like how a guy goes down on her. I'm like, so what exactly like is first, second, and third base to you? Like what the fuck is it? Like is it all the same to you? You're probably like playing cricket in your head and everyone's playing baseball. There is no bases. You just like run back and forth. I'm serious. At least I think so. I don't even fucking know, man. Fucking cricket. Playing cricket. Oh yeah, they're all the same base in India. In Punjab, base one. Man, you should have left her. Should have ditched her. Could have had a Merry Christmas, and now he's gonna spend the holiday with that bitch. I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself. I just thought about that. You know that like that uncomfortable like third wheel feeling. Like I've seen guys that went through this shit, and I know them. And like I'm not gonna bring up names, obviously. I've been around guys who've been like that third wheel kind of shit, and it hurts like it stings them the most. When they watch like those, those like romantic comedies or like TV specials, like, especially around Christmas, where you always have like the main characters, right? And they're gonna like fall in love by the end of the movie, but then there's other characters that are just like doing other shit, and then like some of them like cheat on each other, do like mean shit. And then that always makes them feel like uncomfortable because it's like, oh no, I have to live in this shit again on the holidays. Happy holidays. Happy holidays. Happy holidays. I'm telling you, man, you gotta be, you gotta be a Scrooge. No Christmas for you. You just like fucking gross, trash the fucking Christmas tree and like set it on fire and then like toss it outside, light it up on the barbecue and start like eating or something. It's like drinking as well. Heavily drinking and like you making a barbecue with a burning Christmas tree on Christmas Day or some shit like that. You have to be that level of vindictive to get by in life. You can't be a super nice guy like a cash over here, a cash ATM. He just got cashed out, and not only did he get cashed out, he literally spent and plummeted the brown man stock. Him, Justin, Mark, all the no fappers, the Indian poop throwing festival. Oh man, it's over, man. It's over. It is over. How long it was goodbye lasted? I guess I don't know. I can't actually vouch for it because like being West Indian, like they never really considered. I tried to because I wanted to fit in, but I didn't. So like, okay, that's okay. Better luck next life. If I get no, I don't actually want to. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Because you know for a fact, right? Think about like this. I don't want to be serious for a second because it's like this is gonna be like a little hard cold set of reality checks. Reality check number one: there is a surplus of males in India, Pakistan, Punjab, Bangladesh. There's a surplus of them. Like it's a very common problem actually, all around Asia, I guess. Like you can blame China for like the one child policy shit, and that's why they ran into the problem. But it's like it's a generally speaking, when it comes to that region, it's like a femicide problem, right? It's like, oh, you don't love me, and then some guy goes out and kills a girl, or you have family honor killings, or you know, and then eventually that just like weeds out the population, and you're just like you're stuck with a bunch of fucking horny ass guys who are just insufferable fucking, well, don't want to call them losers because it's not really their fault that it's like that they're in that mess, but it's just, you know, they are very much, depleting in the realm of life enjoyment, I guess, if you will. So that's problem number one. Then problem number two is once you understand that like what the girls have, I think for like basically my whole life, if I'm gonna be honest with you, like they understood that they were in the minority, that they were more desirable than guys, right? So then they utilize that kind of power to basically call the men into subservience, and it's almost like the way that they curtailed to the British Empire, and then like whatever they're like, yeah, we got these trains, we got all these advancements, technology, we love you guys, this that, and then they like extended that to like the female gender, which like at first face value, there's really nothing wrong with it until you see the ultimate um unbecoming of men due to that, because once you see that perceived weakness, there's no unseeing it, if you will, and then that's how we're viewed. Well, not me anymore. I'm some like nail polish, lipstick wearing freak. They all hate me. That's okay. I'll stay an outcast on the outside, like yeah, like this warrior over here. Well, like on the real, man, I think that like living in this kind of a culture is basically embedded with lies and deceit. Like this chivalrous honor, this thing that even she's just like jokingly mocking. She's like bringing it up. It's kind of not ironic. It's kind of cynically sadistic. Like you're bringing up a notion that should exist and on paper would very much benefit you and any other woman, right? But you take that and then you just plagiarize it and then insert your own form of fallacy and dominance for the whole world to see. And this comedy, like this podcast, I don't even want to watch the rest of it. I know how it's gonna end with more humiliation for this guy. The fact that he has to like say, and it's like the reaction and like the way he's putting his hand to his mouth and everything. So I cringe so hard. I'm just like, fuck, dog. Like, this is how your life ends. Like, just leave the fucking bitch. Like, you don't need this kind of shit in your life. Like, the fuck, man. The pride, you know, pride of these fools to embellish themselves. And the foolish notion that they're better than you and me and everybody else. And we don't know what we're talking about. Our eyes, they don't work as well as theirs do.